Alright, in this video we're going to look at constructing a 120-degree angle. Alright, so step one is I'm going to draw a line segment AB of length 10 centimeters. Alright, so here I'm using 10 centimeters. However, in practice, 5 or 6 centimeter is sufficient. Alright, so step one. I draw my line segment AB and the length of it is 10 centimeters. I label the endpoints A and B. Step two, I'm going to open my compass to a suitable radius, and with A as center, I'm going to scribe an arc to cut the line segment AB at C. Alright, something that it might be important to point out now is that the initial steps when we're doing most of these foundational constructions, and by foundational construction, I'm talking about constructing the different angles, the 60 degrees, the 120 degrees, the 30 degrees, the 90 degrees, the 45 degrees, etc., that the initial steps are identical. All right, so the first steps in constructing, for example, a 120-degree angle are the steps I would take when I'm constructing a 60-degree angle. So this fact is useful and helpful in that because the steps are the same, it should make learning the constructions easier. So step two, we'll open the compass to a suitable radius, and with A as center, we're going to scribe an arc to cut the line AB, and where it cuts the line AB, we call that point C. Now, step three says, without shifting the compass, and with C as center, we're going to scribe an arc to intersect the first arc at D. So without shifting the compass means that that initial distance that we open the compass to scribe that first arc, that distance, that radius must not change. So that distance AC, it must not change. And all I'm going to do in this step is move the metal tip from A to C and then scribe an arc to intersect the first arc at D. But it is important that in doing this that the compass does not shift. Alright, so I move the metal tip, same radius, I scribe my arc, and where the second arc cuts the first arc, I call that point D. Now, step four says again, without shifting the compass, and now with D as center, we're going to scribe a third arc to intersect the first arc, and this time at E. So all I'm going to do here is move the metal tip up from C and put it at D and scribe a third arc, and I must take care to ensure that the compass does not shift. Alright, and I'm going to call the point of intersection of the first and the third arc E. Now, a line from A through E will give me 120 degrees. And so the fourth and final step is to draw a line segment from A through E. So I'm drawing my line segment from A through E, and at the top there I'm going to call that point F. Alright. So, and then the last thing I might do is I might choose to measure this angle. So I'm going to measure the angle. Here, the center of the protractor is placed at the vertex of the angle, which is A, and the line AB runs along the zero line of the protractor. The protractor has two scales, an inner scale and an outer scale. I'm going to use the outer scale, and so I'm going to use the outer scale where it starts at 0 on the right hand side, because whenever you're measuring something, you always start from 0. The line AB is my 0 line, and so I measure, and here the angle is 120 degrees. So angle BAF is 120 degrees.